Once upon a time, in a peaceful village nestled between tall mountains, lived a wise monk named Master Li. Master Li was known for his deep wisdom and kind heart. People from nearby villages often came to seek his guidance. One day, a young man named Jin, troubled by life's ups and downs, decided to visit Master Li. Jin had everything he needed: a loving family, a stable job, and good friends. But he still felt unhappy. "Master Li," Jin began, "I don't understand why I'm always unhappy. Even when things are going well, I find something to worry about. Can you help me find true happiness?" Master Li smiled warmly and said, "Of course, Jin. Happiness is not found in perfect situations, but in how we see and handle life's moments. Let me show you something." Master Li took Jin to a quiet spot near a flowing river. He handed Jin a handful of salt and said, "Now put this salt in the river." Jin did as he was told, and the salt quickly dissolved in the water. "Now take a sip from the river," Master Li instructed. Jin bent down, cupped his hands, and drank the river water. "How does it taste?" Master Li asked. "It's fresh and clean," Jin replied, surprised. "Now take another handful of salt," Master Li said, giving Jin more salt. "This time, put it in this glass of water." Jin followed the instruction and stirred the salt into the glass of water. "Now drink from the glass," Master Li said. Jin took a sip and immediately spat it out. "It's terrible. It's too salty," he exclaimed. Master Li nodded. "The salt is like the problems and challenges we face in life. If you put it in a small glass, it makes the water undrinkable. But if you put it in a river, the water remains fresh and clean. The river represents our mind and perspective. If our mind is small and narrow, even little problems can make us miserable. But if we expand our perspective, even big challenges won't take away our peace and happiness." Jin listened carefully and began to understand. "So you're saying I need to broaden my perspective and not let small problems ruin my happiness?" "Exactly," Master Li replied. "Happiness comes from within. When we focus on the positive and see challenges as opportunities to grow, we become like the river, calm and unaffected by a handful of salt." Jin thanked Master Li and left, feeling lighter and more hopeful. He decided to apply Master Li's lesson to his daily life. A few days later, Jin encountered a problem at work. His boss was unhappy with a project he had completed, and Jin felt a wave of stress and worry wash over him. But then he remembered the lesson of the salt in the river. Instead of letting the criticism ruin his day, he took a deep breath and thought about how he could learn from the feedback. He focused on doing his best and improving his skills. Over time, Jin noticed a significant change in his life. He became more patient and understanding. When things didn't go his way, he didn't get upset as easily. Instead, he tried to see the bigger picture and remain calm, just like the river. Months passed, and Jin felt a deep sense of happiness and contentment growing inside him. He realized that Master Li's lesson had truly transformed his life. One day, Jin's friend, Mei, came to him with a troubled expression. "Jin, I don't know what to do. Everything seems to be going wrong. How do you stay so happy despite the challenges?" Jin smiled and shared the story of Master Li, the salt, and the river. Mei listened intently and felt inspired. She decided to try changing her perspective and focusing on the positives in her life. Jin and Mei continued to support each other, and they both grew happier and more resilient. They spread the lesson to others in their village, creating a community of people who looked at life with a broader, more positive perspective. Years later, Jin visited Master Li again, this time with Mei and a few other friends. "Master Li, your lesson has changed our lives. We have found true happiness by expanding our perspective. We are grateful for your wisdom." Master Li, now older but still with the same warm smile, nodded. "I am glad to see you all thriving. Remember, happiness is not about having a perfect life. It's about seeing life's moments with an open and grateful heart. Keep spreading this wisdom and the world will be a happier place." You see, in our modern lives, we often face many stresses and challenges. Work pressure, family responsibilities, financial worries, and social expectations can sometimes make us feel overwhelmed. Like Jin, we might find ourselves unhappy even when things are generally going well. The lesson of the salt in the river teaches us that our perspective is crucial. If we let small problems dominate our thoughts, we will constantly feel stressed and unhappy. However, if we broaden our perspective and focus on the bigger picture, we can maintain our peace and happiness even in difficult situations.